Howdy folks, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick from the ZXspectrum 48K and this one is called Revenge of the Killer Tomatoes, published by Vision Software Factory in 1984. It's been written by Kevin J Bezant, who also gave us Nifty Lifty and 1994, 10 years after. All of these released in 1984. We control the same central character called Smithy, but this time he's versus mutant killer tomatoes, manic mushrooms and psychic Swedes. Yes, I don't think it's a true story. So here we are in a cabbage patch place here. We're a farmer and we must get these weeds. The weeds are in sight, and now it's got different waves of attack, and I think we just need to survive a certain length of time. Try and avoid the cabbages if you can, Nick. Right, we'll do. So, okay, so it's scrolling up one side, then you go to the other side like it's a square of land you can never escape from. Don't hit the tomato, because then you will lose a life. There's a weed there. Occasionally the cabbages stop moving, so it's quite a basic one, but essentially I think you know what to do already. Don't go all over the cabbages like I'm doing, because I think you might lose points or credence there, or have to do it for a longer time. Avoid getting hit by the tomatoes or whatever turns up, and get all the weeds, so you've got a bumper cabbage patch. There we go. Right, now I don't know what country this guy is from. Brexit, we've lost all our pickers, so then there's cute. I heard a rumour that people are getting paid 65 grand a year or something to pick stuff now, because we ain't got anyone to pick it. Right, weeds, 10 hit cabbages. I didn't do very well. I've got 4 lives left. There's my wage slip. So let's just try and survive as long as I can to try and get to the next level, if indeed I can. If you had this game back in the day, let me know. It's quite unique in its sort of like style. To survive as long as possible type game. So asteroids without being asteroids. This is cabbage-oroids, if you can imagine such a thing. Now I'm desperate to get off this stage just so we can see something else as well of the game, but this is essentially it. The first level is just these killer tomatoes going in. It's like quite a stable pattern, it seems. I think they might get a bit unpredictable later on, and then we'll be versus Psycho Swedes. Also, if you are a Psycho Swede, then comment in the comment section below. I'm not sure how long I would have played this one back in the day, you know. I think it would have been good as a cover tape, but not as a full price game. Not quite sure how much this would have cost, but yeah, Vision Software Factory, Kevin J Bezant, and he's done sort of like okay with this character. I don't know why all 3 were published in 1984. Maybe that's the time you sent them all to Vision Software Factory and they said, God, this looks pretty good. Let's publish the lot of them all at the same time. It's an odd trilogy, really. My favourite of the 3 is Nifty Lifty, I think, but this has got some credence as well. 1984, more than acceptable. Boof. It plays a tune, I've been told, which you survive for a length of time. I would like to see a clock on there, or telling us how many weeds we need to collect to get off this thing. Check out the different patterns happening between the cabbages. It's like horizontal and vertical lines. Just weave in between the two. There's a tomato there doing a bit of odd things, going diagonally. But they seem quite predictable at the moment. There's 9 difficulty levels. This is difficulty 0. Oh, we've done it. Do. Marvellous. So we survived the given time. And look at the bottom there. Next up is tomatoes, and those yellow things are sweets. They're not pumpkins. So that's what's coming up next. Go, Smithy, go. Same thing again. Collect the weeds, try and avoid the cabbages if you can, but any bumping into the Psycho Swedes you can now see, or the mutant killer tomatoes, you'll be doomed. There was a cartoon called Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and I don't think that's anything to do with this game. You say tomato, I say tomato, let's call the whole thing off. No, let's not. We've got to do this review. Now, big thank you to all the subscribers. If you watched this far into the video, which is essentially a guy running around a cabbage patch being commented on by someone talking rubbish, if you like this sort of thing, then it might be a case that you like this channel. So please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Hooray! And big thank you to the members also who are keeping this thing going. There's tricky times every now and again, which we all have, but thank you for lending me your superpower to keep this going. We get better and better and better. Who knows where we'll be this time in 100 years? No, next year. Let's not just go too far forward. Oh, I've died. I've hit a killer tomato. 2 lives left. Come on, Smithy. You're the employer. No one else is employed in this farm. They've just got Smithy, and he's earned 1,900 just for collecting a few weeds, which isn't bad, is it? So do check out Nifty Lifty if you haven't already. There's quite a cool remake of that, or sequel called Nifty Lifty 2 by Rossi Bossy that you can get on Android or on the PC. So there you go. Ross Bossy. Boom. Let's go here too. Just survive, Nick. I know it's time-based now rather than amount of weeds based. Buff that. Buff that. I think as well, the higher levels, there's more stuff on the screen doing more crazy manoeuvres. The Swedes do tend to be going in the same direction as the cabbages, apart from the odd one that turns up every now and again. The ground is black for some reason. I'm not sure if that means fertile ground. Ooh, these weeds are turning up with, yes, surprising regularity now. I'm not sure how many people have, or how many channels have reviewed this game. It's not a stellar game, so I'm not sure how many would have done it. But we review the weird and the wonderful, and the good and the bad. We just try and review as much as we possibly can. If you check out the playlist there, I'm not sure how many ZXspectrum games we've reviewed, but I presume getting on for 1,000. Getting close, getting close. By the time you're watching this, we might have even overtaken it. There we go. If you're looking at it in the archives. Come on, that must be enough time now. There's no time ticking down, we don't know. But I'm finding this fairly easy stuff. There's another weed. Well, these weeds keep growing up, growing quite quickly. It's a shame you can't sell weeds to some place where people can buy them. Psycho Swedes, they're not that psychotic today. Killer tomato. Why can't we sell the tomatoes and the Swedes? That's produce as well. The cabbages don't seem to be as evil. Maybe it's been affected by some killer fertilizer which mutated everything. We've done it again. Do. What stage next, please? Look out. What we're going to get? There we go. So now we're introducing manic mushrooms, it says here. I wouldn't want to eat one of those. Yeah, if you took the stalk off, it looked like one of those things that the Great Giant Sisters always jump on. And I've crashed straight into a Swede. This is my last life left. I don't know what other stuff there is to attack you after this, but Smithy's earned quite a bit of money there, hasn't he, for whatever, how long we've been playing, 5 minutes or whatever it is. They're coming a bit more towards us now. Just survive in the cabbage field. If you played this in real life and not a computer game, then let me know. This is some sort of crop rotation gone insane. This is like alien crop rotation. It's gone mad. Magenta manic mushrooms floating around, having a fight with a Swede there. I think there's something weird about these mushrooms, you know. I'm seeing all sorts of stuff on this screen. It's going very, very weird. This is the sort of game you won't see as an HD release on the PlayStation 5 or Xbox X or whatever we're up to, the PlayStation 52. You might be watching this in 8,000 years' time, and this might seem quite basic stuff. Or you might be an alien where the whole of the Earth has been destroyed and the only thing that survived is this video. And you've got to use this video to try and work out what the human race was about. Well, good luck. This is us every day running around a field collecting cabbages, avoiding psychotic fruit. You've probably got the same problems. So watch yourself, because if you don't keep an eye on the cabbages, you will die out. Right, let's hope that's helped you. Good. It's this guy going down the field here. It's an infinite field of infinite space. Come on, let's get to the next stage. This is my last life, remember? We're drifting. Oops, no, if you get down the side, you ain't got much reaction time. There's a weed right up the top there. Top right. You probably clocked it. Oh, I hit a Swede and I've exploded in a great big ball of flame, which happens to a lot of farmers. If you have exploded in a great big ball of flame, then let me know as I put in NNN. Good. I'm top of the table. Who's that other NNN? That might be me. I'm just loading it up initially when it didn't go right. Right. We'll have one go on level 9 just to see what that is about. Level 9. See how long I can survive on 9. Put your estimates. I reckon about 10 seconds. Right, they're not right. Yeah, there's more of them about the place, and they're moving in a more irregular fashion. Yes. Okay. So we need a bit more speed. We're drifting around here like some cool cats. The tomatoes are a bit more dangerous around here. 4 lives left. Coming soon. Still 4 tomatoes. We're still on level 1. This is a field of doom. It's a doom field. Right, they're moving again. Keep going, keep moving. Don't run into a huge tomato. This would be good as a Halloween game. Obviously, they changed the tomato to a pumpkin. Funny thing though, the Spectrum can't do orange. Sometimes they cheated. We're doing red and yellow pixels next to each other to give the indication of the eye. I tricked the eye that was orange. Did that on Jet Set Willy in some of the rooms. A few games it's done that. So we'd have to do that, but it'd be a tricky sprite to manoeuvre. Harder to manoeuvre a big mutant tomato coming to get you, or tomato. Let's you say potato, I say potato. Let's call the whole thing off. Boom boom. Coming soon, big baboon. I'm available for Panto if you want to hire me. Get me on the poster, but no one will know who I am. So, or you lot will know who I am, won't I? Won't you? Who? What? Where? I've gone mad. These mushrooms on the later stages have done something to my brain. Right, last life left, and then we'll leave this game. It's not one you want to track down or pay 6 months income to get on eBay, that is for sure. It's a curio, and an interesting curio. I can tolerate it for what it is. I like the idea. Like gardening games, there's like Pedro in there and Fist as well, so it stands up. It stands up to those. I prefer it to Pedro. I like this character that he turns out in 3 other games. I like it that those 3 other games are completely different from each other. I prefer this to 1994 that we reviewed not too long ago to this one. So yeah, Nifty Lifty first, this second, 1994 third, and it's game over. It's game over again. So a fairly basic game. There's some fun to be had, but I wouldn't spend all day on it every day, because then you'll go even madder than perhaps you still are. So thank you for watching that one. That was Revenge of the Killer Tomatoes, nothing to do with the cartoon. Published by Vision Software Factory in 1984, written by Kevin J Bezant. If you've got any views about that game, or want to say anything retro at all, then please put that in the comment section below. Until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.